got some really funny Am I the Assholes, but before we get into it, I want to know what you thought about the drama because, dear listeners, Sorcha was giving me a play-by-play of what she thought about the movie as she was watching it, and I was loving all the updates coming in on my holiday.
I just think I built it up too much in my head.
I knew what the central point of the plot was, but it sounds like you thought that there is more of a plot twist.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because when the drama came out, so this is the film with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, and we never use her last name.
No, we don't. I don't think she has one.
She's a Britney, she's a Madonna, she's Zendaya.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, and I loved the press they did for this film. So to announce it, they actually had the two characters' engagement in page 6 in the New York
cool.
Times.
I love that.
Isn't that so good? I thought that was so clever. I loved it. I was kind of, all of the prep around it and all the talk around it, I was kind of prepared for like this wealthy aristocratic? Thank you. Aristocratic kind of family and this kind of big wedding drama. And then after it came out, everybody was talking about the twist and that they couldn't believe it. And they were all kind of talking about it. So I was kind of preparing for this twist and I didn't want to know what it was.
Yeah.
So I think because I was preparing for this twist and then I watched it, I was like, well, that's not a twist. That's actually just the plot of the film.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, so I heard it, so, okay, this is just going to be a spoiler alert if you haven't watched the drama.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know the plot, the major plot point.
Honestly, you do want to know the major plot point because it makes the whole viewing experience a lot more interesting because I was just sitting there waiting for something else to happen.
Well, I think it doesn't make a difference whether you know it or not. Like, I suppose the only difference was at the scene where they say, will we say what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Zendaya's character and Robert Pattinson's character are engaged to be married. They're planning their wedding. And it's maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour into the movie. They sit down with another couple. And they're going around the room, they're playing a game. They're going around the room asking what the worst thing they ever did was. And I'm sorry, some of the other characters' things that they said were horrendous.
Awful.
Awful things. But then, so when it comes to Zendaya, Zendaya's character, she says that she planned a school shooting. And then, it's all about how that unfolds, how her fiance's reaction, the friends' reactions, everyone's reactions to this. Now she planned and she did not go through with a school shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all about the fallout. Will they get married? Won't they get married? How do they move on from this? And how she reflects on it, I suppose, and how she catastrophizes what he thinks of her, etc.
Yeah. So a couple of things with why I think I was let down with this film. So at the beginning, they introduce Robert Pattinson's character and he is this kind of nervous, like little kind of bookish guy. And then as you progress through the film, he is this lovely person and everything just seems so great about him to the point that I was like, okay, well, there's clearly something up with this guy. No one is that nice. And then in that scene you were just talking about where it's the four of them, and they're all saying the worst things that they ever did. His character never said what the worst thing he ever did was. He was like, I couldn't think of it. Yeah. And I just thought, well, what's going to come out about you? Because I was waiting. I was like, he has done something. There's something here that this guy has done. And it didn't deliver on that. And I was like, well, that just kind of kept me thinking on my toes and I didn't get into the film. And And then to your point, the other two people, what they did was terrible, especially the woman.
Oh my God.
Jesus. She basically locked her special needs neighbor who was a child in a cupboard for like a day.
Not even in a cupboard in a van in the woods, like where nobody was going to find him. Like that was really sick.
That was twisted. That was way like she did it. Whereas Zendaya's character, and maybe that's why it gets us talking about this.
Yeah.
Zendaya's character thought about doing something and then like what she planned doing was horrendous.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but kids talk shite a lot.
Yeah.
And she never did
think
anything.
Zendaya's character, I do think she fantasized about it rather than planned it. Yes, she brought a gun to school, which is terrifying, horrific.
Yeah.
Does point to the fact that she might have gone through with it. But to me, and then she didn't. The reason that she gives in the movie that she didn't go through with it is because there was another shooting that day, and everyone was all devastated about it. But to me, that points that she was never going to do it anyway. She didn't have the character to do it. That
Mm.
bringing the gun to school was more of a cry for help and attention than an actual plan to hurt anybody.
Mm. I mean, you could say yes, and you could also say, well, no, I think bringing the gun to school shows intent. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
See,
if
yeah.
she was caught, you'd be saying, thank God you caught that lunatic before
True.
anything happened. It was you know what? I think I let the talk around the film ruin it for me. I think I should have
Oh,
just learned what the twist was and then
yeah.
just watched it. I think I would have enjoyed it more. But that little bit with Robert Pattinson's character just felt, I don't know, it just had me expecting for something else to happen. I liked how short it was.
Yes, it was a good
Yeah.
one to watch in one go instead of
Yeah.
in two goes like Project Hail Mary.
Oh my God. Oh, did you watch that in two goes? I was gripped to Project Hail Mary.
I know. I didn't fall asleep or anything.
Did you? Good job.
Which is a 5-star review in my book. But no, it was getting very late and we had another hour to go.
Oh, that's
So
very
we
fair.
had to turn it off.
Project Hail Mary, I think you can watch on Amazon Prime at the moment, and that is with
Hmm.
Ryan Gosling, and it's based off a book of the same name, and it is about this spaceman in space who comes in contact with an alien, and both of them share the same mission, which is to get back to their home planets, and it is
And
such
save
a
the
good
universe
film.
in the
And
meantime.
save the universe in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's so good. I'm actually because I saw it there, I had a little I want to watch it again, but I think I might wait another few months and then I'm going to watch it again. I feel like
Watch it
it's going to
again.
be, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those films that I kind of have on rotation.
Wow.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
Oh.
I love a
Yeah,
heartfelt community kind of thing.
yeah. So on those two films though, because I've seen a lot of chatter online about how they need to just get different actors to be in movies. Because it was so lovely and it was
Yep.
so good. I think because of Ryan Gosling. Obviously, it's gorgeous to look at Ryan Gosling for 2.5 hours. But also, I was watching both of those films thinking, this is Ryan Gosling pretending to be an astronaut.
Yes,
This is
exactly.
Robert Pattinson and Zendaya pretending to be in love. You're just thinking about the actual actors instead of the characters. And then Alana Haim being in it as well in the drama. It was all a bit, I'm sick of your faces. Can we get some new ones?
We need to get some new faces. This one's a really good face. This one's great. But no, that's actually such a good point. That I was watching. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't that one. Um, I can't remember what I was watching, but I was watching something recently. Oh, no, there's actually a lot of, no, never mind. I keep thinking of examples of films where I'm like, oh, I saw a new face in that film. But I'm like, no, but then there's a load of other famous people in it as well. There's always just one or two new faces. But
What
I
was it?
guess Good Fortune is with Keanu
Oh,
Reeves, Aziz Ansari, and Seth Rogen.
no new faces.
No new faces, no new faces. And it's basically like a body swap movie and Keanu Reeves is an angel and it's kind of how this plays out.
Ah,
So will someone who is not really doing well on their feet, how will they find it if money solves all their problems? And how someone who is really wealthy finds, not having money on tap. And it is
oh,
really funny, but there was one scene where a character is in the hospital and I didn't recognize the nurse who had a speaking role. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's a new face. That's great. I love that they had a new face. But now that you point it out like that, how sad is that? That I'm like, there was one
yeah.
character in there that I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, come on. We can't know all the characters, like the speaking roles of everyone. Like,
Hello and welcome to Let Me Ask My Sister, the podcast where we overthink life so you don't have to. We're your hosts, Sorcha and
Aoife. So pull up a seat, siblings, and let me ask you this.
would you like to hear, dear sister,
Okay.
am I the asshole for refusing to let my roommate's boyfriend live with us after he, quote, tested me.
Okay.
Or am I the asshole for throwing away my roommate's raw chicken cutlet?
I think I want to hear that one. Like,
Okay.
yeah, no, you're not an asshole.
Am I the asshole for throwing away my roommate's raw chicken cutlet? I'm going to say no. I, 21 male, live in a 4-bedroom flat with 3 other friends. Overall, we get on fine, but one of my roommates, Dave, 23 male, has been a bit eccentric and incredibly superstitious. He wears the same unwashed socks for every exam. That's gross. Won't step on cracks, that kind of stuff. Okay, the cracks I
Weird.
get. Like, I'm saluting a magpie every time I see it. If I see
I
one.
suppose I do. I tip green, never seen.
Yeah, exactly. Tip green.
You
Never seen.
salute. I thought you were a tip
I would
greener.
I would actually do both.
Both is eccentric. If there's no green around, I'll give it a little wave.
I'll cover all my bases.
Not getting any sorrow around here.
No. But
No sorrow for me.
do you think that? But then if I do it and then I still see them in the corner of my eye, I'm like,
See, if I tip green, never seen, and then I say another one, I'm like, is that one or is that two?
I know. Do they cancel each other out? Someone let us know about the magpie.
Yeah. What do you do when you see a magpie? I feel like it's such an Irish woman thing. I remember one of my friends telling me she was on the Lewis one day and she was looking at the window. She saw one magpie and then so she was like sneakily giving a little salute. And then she turned beside her and she noticed that the other woman was waving at the magpie. Both of them trying to be so discreet.
Like, everyone does it. You'll see the little 2-finger wave.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so true. Sorry, what does this podcast come to? What do you do when you see a magpie?
Podcast equipment should be more expensive.
Lucky for us, it's cheap.
And you, our dear listeners.
He goes on to say, around 3 weeks ago, his exam started. Around the same time, I noticed a foul, sour smell creeping into the kitchen. I cleaned the fridge, checked the bin, emptied the food waste. Nothing fixed it, and the smell kept getting worse. Yesterday,
Ew.
I finally tracked down the source. Oh my God. On top of our fridge was a raw chicken breast.
Gross.
It had been there for 3 weeks.
Sick.
Oh my God. Oh my God, the smell. I can actually smell it. I can't even explain how disgusting this thing looked. I was gagging, grabbed a plastic bag and threw it out. But when Dave came home, he flipped the lid. He started screaming at me that I had destroyed his Sorry, what? That I destroyed his bacteriological good luck charm.
Dear God, Dave.
Jesus,
You're sick
Dave.
fuck. No.
Apparently, during his first year, he had accidentally left a piece of raw meat out and happened to get an A on a brutal exam and decided that it was his good luck charm.
Oh,
He
God.
claims that by throwing it out, I've cursed his final exams, invalidated 3 weeks of studying, and violated his personal property.
Invalidated 3 weeks of study. It violated his personal property. Dave, if it's your personal property, keep it in your room.
True. Good point, actually. Keep it. Why on top of the fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, is it because he doesn't like the smell? I guess he doesn't want to sleep with it.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Fair.
He's now refusing to speak with me, and our other 2 roommates are split. One thinks Dave is insane, but the other says I should have asked him before throwing his stuff away because superstition is a mental health thing. And his exams are ruined now. So
Oh my
am I
God.
the asshole?
No.
No, I don't think you're the asshole here.
The asshole. Like, oh my God. Okay, 100% Dave's an asshole. Chicken on top of like also 3 weeks. Surely that's like attracting all sorts of like it's covered in maggots. Surely. All sorts of other flies and stuff are probably all over it. That is a health hazard.
Yeah. That's actually such a good
So
point.
disgusting. Also, on top of their fridge, if that could leak, no? Or like drip.
I'm sure it would eventually start to seep.
Yeah, it would,
You
wouldn't
know?
it?
Yeah, all
Just
the
going down.
juices.
Every time you
Just
open the door, it's seeking down, 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 down. Mm-mm-mm.
no, 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 no. No, I don't think you're the asshole here at all.
That is so disgusting. Oh my God. Also, like, you're an asshole for throwing away you should have asked him before you threw away his personal property. No, you find a raw chicken breast on top of the fridge. Does anyone mind if I throw this away?
I guess maybe it's that thing of like going in just being like, I guess the other roommates probably has the kind of understanding to sit him down and just say, look, this is on the fridge. This isn't okay. I get that it's a superstition thing. It's in a black bag. It's outside. You can go visit it out there if you need it for your mental health, but it's not staying on the fridge because that
Yeah.
is a
But
health
also,
hazard.
it sounds like, sorry, what's the OP's name?
Um,
Did he say?
I actually didn't say.
No. Sounds like OP just found a raw chicken breast on top of the fridge and threw it away like a sane human being. He didn't know that it was Dave's bacterial good luck, whatever. Like,
And actually, to that point, if it was this horrible smell, people were probably looking for it. Your man had all these chances to say, oh,
that
it's my
chicken breast.
bacterial good luck charm or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it was. Whereas he didn't. He kept it a secret.
Yeah.
So I actually think that negates any sort of wrongdoing, even if there was like a sliver of chance. Because like, oh, you're going to throw away bad food. I feel like that's just a thing that you're allowed to do as a flatmate.
That you should do as a
Yeah.
flatmate.
If anything, it's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for throwing
Yeah.
away that
Oh my
smelly
God, I
food.
can't
I'm
believe I
so
left that raw.
sorry.
Yeah, I can't believe I left that raw chicken breast on top of the fridge.
Every time. I always forget to throw out the chicken on the fridge. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that is so gross. And that is not an acceptable superstition. Wave
No.
at magpies like a normal man, Dave. So I have a choice for you. I have,
Oh.
am I the asshole for not sharing my cheesecake with my 4-year-old stepson?
Oh, I don't know.
We'll
See,
have to
the
see.
stepson makes me feel like, are you just being a mean
My stepson makes
step?
me feel like you're probably being mean.
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Or am I the asshole for walking out on a blind date because the woman was very overweight? I'm going to say, yeah, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Okay, I want the first one now because the second one I know
Cheesecake.
is an asshole.
100% I wanted the cheesecake. Okay.
Plus, I want cheesecake now.
Oh, yeah, me too. Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. Actually, that's not even that good.
It's not that good.
It's not that good.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
I, 28 female, have been married to my husband, Mark, 32 male, for a year, and he has a 4-year-old son, Leo, from a previous relationship. I work a stressful job. I'm 7 months pregnant, and I like to treat myself on Friday nights. This past week, I bought a $12 slice of artisanal cheesecake from a local bakery that I had been craving all week. I put it in the
Ooh.
fridge, looking forward to eating it after dinner once Leo was in bed. During dinner, Leo opened the fridge to get juice, saw the bakery box, and asked what it was. I told him it was my special cheesecake for later. First mistake, my friend. You lie. Don't tell that kid what's in there.
You say it's spicy.
It's spicy.
You say it's spicy.
It's
I know
spicy.
this.
Yeah. She clearly doesn't hang out with any 4-year-olds. Okay. Or she doesn't hang out with Leo enough. He immediately asked for a bite. Mm. No, she doesn't know. What's the spice?
Shade.
No shade, no shade. Maybe she doesn't get enough of a chance to hang out with Leo enough. He immediately asked for a bite. I told him politely, no, sweetie, this is an adult treat for me, but you have your ice cream in the freezer. Leo started whining and threw a mini tantrum. Mark turned to me and said, just give him a bite or cut it in half. It's not a big deal. He's 4. I told Mark no, because 1, it was expensive and a 4-year-old wouldn't appreciate it. He'd just swallow it in 2 seconds. 2, he already had his own dessert option. And 3, I don't believe kids should automatically get a piece of everything adults buy for themselves, and giving into whining sets a bad precedent. Mark got visibly annoyed, cut Leo a bowl of ice cream, and barely spoke to me for the rest of the evening. After Leo went to sleep, Mark called me selfish, cold, and said I was acting like an evil stepmother over a slice of cake. Oh my days. He claims that when you're in a family, you share your food, especially with a toddler who doesn't understand. I ate my cheesecake in the living room, but the atmosphere has been tense ever since. Am I the asshole?
I hate my cheesecake in the living room.
Oh, God.
I'm imagining it's a dark room. You're just there on the couch. Like,
I'm imagining you're just sad eating your cheesecake.
I think there's, okay. I don't think you're an asshole. I think what's Mark
Mm.
overreacted a little bit here with calling you an evil stepmom. I think that's a little bit crazy.
Uh,
However, I think, as you said, you just don't hang out with 4-year-olds enough.
yeah, I like the mistake of telling him that there's cheesecake in that box. You can't. I don't think a 4-year-old has the capacity to really understand why you're not sharing a piece of cheesecake. You should have told him it's something else. I think it's fine not to share, but I think it's a bit of a strange thing to tell him that there's cake in there and not give him some. Um, but it does sound like there is an aspect of blended family dynamics going on that
Hmm.
I don't have any experience in, to understand how to navigate in
I
here.
don't think a 4-year-old is a toddler either.
No,
So
they're not a toddler.
the dad was like, isn't that what the dad said? Is in like, oh, you have to share your cake with a toddler. I'm like, well, he's not a toddler,
Not a
he's a
toddler.
child.
Yeah.
So don't, so I don't think you're as evil as the dad is making you out to be. I think
No.
he's obviously really, really stressed when his kid is throwing a fit. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you say there's cake in there, you have to be like, okay, you can have a tiny bit, you can make a big deal out of it. And that's just how you handle stuff with a kid. But also, I
Yeah.
understand her point being like, I don't want to have to give in every time they need to learn that no means no. But
Yeah.
you need to
That
understand your place there as the stepmother.
100%. That's what I was going to say is that that's a blended family dynamic that you need to figure out.
Yeah.
And that's between you and Mark and Leo's mum to
Yeah.
figure out what is your place and how do you manage it. And obviously if you're married to Mark and Leo's going to be in your life forever, yeah, you need to sort that out.
Especially because he's 4. Like, this is a
Yeah.
child that your parent, like, this is your child as well.
Yeah.
So it's just figuring out where those boundaries are and that you're supporting whatever their joint parenting decision is.
Yeah.
But then also, like, it's how you're going to parent your child too. You
Yeah.
know, like, because you're how many weeks pregnant? And also, that's another thing. She's pregnant. She wants her
She's pregnant.
cheesecake.
She wanted her
Like,
cheesecake. Like, and she wanted the full slice. She didn't want to share. Look, it just comes back to don't tell him that there's cake in that box. My kids have
oh,
seen a bar of Tony's Chocolonely. Obviously, it's got cool, exciting wrapping. They know what it is, but I have lied and said it's something else. That's the chicken for tomorrow.
yeah. Or that has alcohol in it. Kids can have alcohol.
Kids can have alcohol. I don't
Yeah.
usually use that as
Well, you
a
should pot in the back pocket.
spicy. Spicy works.
Yeah, but what if they start to like spicy food? It has alcohol, you know?
You can't have this. It's wine.
What if they said they just really want to try it?
See, this has kind of come up with when we were on holidays, we drank Aperol spritzes. Obviously, Aperol spritz looks delicious and it's bright orange. It's very appealing to a child,
Mm.
and obviously they wanted to try it. But I'm not going to let my kids try an Aperol spritz.
Well, they're
Yeah,
3 and 5, so that's
my 3 and 5.
a
Yeah,
little.
you're not going to like it, but
It's
also,
not. Yeah.
what if you do?
What stage? 18, obviously, is the
I don't
stage you
know.
let them try it.
I remember taking sips of dad's beer as a child. Do you?
I no. No, I don't think I was. Mum was kind of weird with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember, yeah, like as a child before you were around, taking sips of dad's beer and just thinking it was disgusting. And then I remember when we went on holidays to France, mum and dad let us have wine like French kids do, like wine with water in it.
Oh no, maybe they saw how you guys turned out and just said,
Let's
let's
not
not
do
let
that to
Circa follow that. Yeah.
her.
No, no, no.
No, if anything, they'd given up by the time you came around.
Oh, oh yeah.
Sure, it's grand.
You're fine. Oh, you're still here. Oh, look, she can walk now. Good for her.
I'm curious to see what some of the commenters say though about the cheesecake.
Mm.
I have a 16-year-old still try this shit. I see your 16-year-old and raise you a 32-year-old. Everyone says not the asshole.
I don't think she's an asshole. I just don't think she handled it well.
Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole at all. I think,
You
yeah, I
do
don't
think
think she's
she's
an
an
asshole.
asshole.
No, I don't. What?
I
What
think
did
you
you say?
kind of do. I think you do
No,
think she's an asshole.
no. I just think
Yeah,
she
you
shouldn't have
do.
said that there's cheesecake in there. Well,
Yeah.
I absolutely do not think she's an asshole.
You hate her.
Why are you being weird?
I can
Do
tell.
you think she's an asshole? You're like, give that 4-year-old the cheesecake, for God's sake.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to hear my last one?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my roommate's boyfriend live with us after he tested me?
Okay. Not the asshole.
Hmm.
You don't have to let him live with you. But I want to know about the test.
Okay. 19 female. Okay, so she's young. Live with my roommate. Let's call her Ashley, 20 female. It's a small 2-bedroom apartment. We've been friends since high school and decided to split rent when we both started college. Things were fine at first, but then she started dating Jake, 22 male. At first, he was just over a couple nights a week, which I didn't mind, but over the past few months, he's basically moved in, eating our food, using our stuff, and not contributing a single dime to rent or bills.
Ooh.
Okay.
This has been a recurring theme.
This is a recurring theme, I think, when it comes to roommate stuff. But also,
Mhm.
I'm like, you're 19. A lot of things seem a little bit bigger than they are when you're that young and it's your first time
Yeah.
renting, you know? I finally had enough and told Ashley that Jake either needed to start paying his share or stop practically living here. She apologized and said she talked to him, and I thought that was the end of it. Fast forward to last week, I was getting ready to head out to a late night study group. Okay. Sure you were. You were going to a gaff. Study group when Jake cornered me in the kitchen. He told me he wanted to test me to see if I'd be a good person to live with full time. I was confused and asked what he meant. He said that if I wanted him to pay rent, I had to prove that I was roommate material by showing I could handle sharing the same space with someone like him.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Someone like him. He then gave me a list of rules he'd want me to follow if he officially moved in. Things like doing my share of the cooking, even though I already make my own meals, not bringing any guys over. I'm single, but why is that even relevant? And being respectful of his gaming time by keeping the Wi Fi free during his streams. Jesus
Ew. He's not living.
Christ.
He's not moving in with you. He
Oh my God,
is.
he sounds awful. Like he
Oh.
sounds like a terrible person.
Don't like you need to tell your friend to stop going out with him. He is a bad person.
No.
Just no.
Ew. And also cornered me in the kitchen. That feels very threatening. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
what she meant by it, but it gave me a
I-
little.
Same to live with a
Mm,
guy like him. Yeah. I thought that it was actually gonna. I thought it was gonna go a different direction.
me too. I was kind of
Yeah.
like, oh God, it's going to be super, something kind of, yeah. All right. I laughed in his face, good on you, and told him there was no way he was moving in. He got pissed and told Ashley I was being unreasonable. She confronted me and said Jake was just testing the waters and that I should have been more open to the idea. Jesus. She accused me of being jealous because I'm single and suggested I was trying to sabotage the relationship. Now she's saying if I can't be supportive, then maybe she should get a new roommate, one who respects her relationship. I think this is completely insane, but Ashley
Yeah.
and a couple of her friends are siding with Jake. They're calling me selfish and controlling. So am I the asshole for not letting him move in after his ridiculous test?
No. Also, like his rules are ridiculous. How dare he think that he can move into your space and change your dynamic and dictate
Rules?
and dictate when you use Wi-Fi and dictate what when you should cook. Like, no, absolutely
It
not. You're not an asshole. I think,
It feels so controlling. It feels really like I'm the man moving in here. You're going to do what I say, like
yeah,
blah blah blah. And to live with someone like me, like aren't you so lucky to get to live with me? But if
yeah,
you
gross.
do, you have to live the way I live or something. Like fuck off.
Absolutely not. Um, did she say that her roommate is a friend or no? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
they've been friends in school.
Oh God, probably move out.
One of the commenters said, "You're not an asshole. Go to the landlord and explain the situation. And if Jake continues to live there, he'll be forced to pay rent or leave. Or you could just remove your name from utilities. Like if you pay the Wi-Fi, change the password, and they can buy their own Wi-Fi."
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I don't understand why anyone would be on Jake's side though. So, which leads me to think that there's more to this.
Well, there is actually an update,
Oh, go on.
which I actually haven't read. Do you want to hear it or?
Yes.
Okay, she says, "Hi everyone. It's been a wild ride since my original post." And I wanted to give an update because a lot has happened. First off, I want to thank everyone who commented. It helped me see things in a completely new light. Honestly, I didn't even realize how much I was being gaslit by Jake and Ashley until I read some of your insights. I thought they were my friends, but now I'm seeing how manipulative and toxic their behavior really is. Maybe I just hated the thought of not having any friends. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Since our confrontation, sorry, OP. Since our confrontation, Jake has gone full victim mode. He's been telling mutual friends that I'm trying to ruin his life and kick him out of his girlfriend's apartment. Let me remind you, this man does not pay any rent or contribute to bills. So calling it his girlfriend's apartment is already laughable. He's been painting me as some controlling, jealous monster who can't handle a straightforward personality. Meanwhile, Ashley is eating it up and defending him and saying I'm overreacting. What's worse is that I've started to notice how much control Jake has over Ashley. Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
She has brought into this narrative and now acting like I'm the enemy. For example, last night she told me that my attitude is making it hard for them to feel comfortable in their own home. Their home. The apartment is 50% mine, but suddenly I'm being treated like an unwelcome guest. So I've decided I've had enough. I've documented everything, his constant presence, his freeloading, and now his smear campaign, and I'm reaching out to my landlord. Most leases have clauses about long-term guests, and Jake has definitely overstayed his. As for Ashley, I don't know if there's anything saving our friendship. Aw.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, it says, I'm heartbroken. I thought she cared about me, but now I realize she's supporting Jake's abusive behavior. No, she's not, babe.
No.
No,
She's
she's not.
she's a
She's
victim herself.
20. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're just too young to see it right now. And you're too
Mm.
far in it.
Time needs
Um,
to pass and hopefully their friendship will be okay. But yeah, she just needs to move
yeah.
out. That's a toxic situation to be in.
So toxic. Like, honestly, what I would say to OP is you and Ashley need to go out for some wines and have
Mm.
a little meal and just be like, what is going on here? As in, like, if anyone came up to you and said this, like, how would you feel? Like, do you not?
I think they've passed that. I don't think that it doesn't sound like they're in a place to be able to go out for a meal or have wine or talk or anything.
Mm,
Uh, hopefully in the future you can, but right now it just sounds like that just needs to you both need space from each other for a bit
well,
because you need to protect yourself, OP.
I might tell you that there's a third and final update.
Okay.
After a very long and lengthy thank you.
Yeah.
It turns out that she did go forward with the landlord. Jake, so the landlord kind of threatened Ashley, and Jake said this can't happen anymore. And Ashley and her ended up having a long, heartfelt conversation. And for the first time in weeks, she said, it felt like I was talking to my old friend again. She
No.
admitted that Jake's controlling behavior wasn't sitting right with her anymore and that she felt like she'd be losing herself trying to please him.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she says, here's the best part. Ashley broke up with Jake.
Yay!
Yay! What a nice full circle moment. She realized he was manipulative and toxic, not just to her, but to me as well. And she thanked me for standing her ground and helping her see the situation clearly. Ah,
Yay.
that is what a nice end to a lovely story.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I don't know if I believe that. Like, it just
Do you
sounds so
not?
no. It just sounds so too perfect.
Oh, I think that's exactly what would happen though.
Yeah,
Like things just work out, you know?
they do just eventually work out. Usually
Yeah.
after a little bit more tension, but they saw their error in their ways.
There you go. There's your update
Happy
from
days.
it.
Yeah, the perfect spot to finish on. But let me give you the last one. Because otherwise we'd always wonder if this person was an asshole for walking out on a
We
blind date. But
would.
we
It would keep
know.
me up at night.
Okay. To make a long story short, to recap, am I the asshole for walking out on a blind date because the woman was very overweight? Yes, we need no
Mhm,
more details.
mhm,
You're an
mhm.
asshole. To make a long
Well,
story short, but anyway, here you go. Long story short, a club at my university was doing this blind date program where you enter preferences via their website and they have a matchmaking team that finds the best potential date. It's in their beta phase, so normally it would cost some so normally it would
whatever.
cost something, but they want feedback. So they actually offer gift cards for doing it. My friends did it and got the gift cards, and I figured, hey, whatever. I'll go have dinner with someone for basically free when you factor in the gift card. I entered my preferences, and the
This
key
guy is
thing to
talking about gift cards for too long. It's okay that
like
you went on a blind date. Like,
I know you went
what's
on a blind date.
happening?
You don't need to explain why you went on a blind date. Just
No.
you went on a blind date. Okay, cool. I entered my preferences, and the key thing to note is that I put down I'm into fitness and healthy lifestyles.
Is he fit and healthy himself?
Doubt it. You can't put what you don't like, you just put what you like. I basically let them know I was looking for someone that enjoyed living healthy like I do. So basically, I submitted my form and they told me what restaurant I would be going to, and we both confirmed, and we showed up at the designated time. I show up to the restaurant a few minutes early and I see an obese woman sitting at the table. My heart sunk. I was completely and utterly disgusted. I'm, oh my God, oh my God. I'm not talking thick or a tad overweight or out of shape. No, this woman had an eating disorder. Oh my God, you don't fucking
Mm.
know anything. Like, you're a fucking asshole. I immediately walked out of the restaurant and sent a text to her saying last minute I couldn't go to the restaurant. I didn't tell her why or follow up with anything else. She never responded. I felt horrible. I didn't turn my survey in and I didn't collect my $20 gift card. When they
Mm.
asked me why I didn't want when they asked me why I didn't want to do the feedback and get my gift card, I simply told the dude, "You guys set me up with an obese woman," and I walked out. I was mostly embarrassed, but also angry, disappointed, and overall exhausted with the whole situation. Holy fuck. Okay, we don't need to read the comments to know this man is
No,
not.
you're an asshole. You're
Yeah,
an asshole.
a total asshole.
And sorry, you start the whole thing by saying how you're like, oh, I was just doing it for the gift card. Well, then if you're just doing it for a gift card, why not sit and chat and have a nice dinner with this person?
Yeah. Y like, nothing yeah, nothing lost. Have a nice dinner, have like, meet another person.
Meet a
Doesn't
friend.
matter. Like,
Yeah.
absolute asshole. First of all, he doesn't know whether she has an eating disorder. I don't
Yeah.
trust his description of what he thinks somebody looks like. She might live a very healthy lifestyle, like,
Yeah.
she might be really into fitness. Ugh,
You don't know.
total
You just,
asshole.
yeah, asshole. It reminds me of a story a friend told me recently.
Mhm.
Let me ask you if you think this person's an asshole. Similar-ish
Yeah, oh,
story.
okay.
So they were chatting with this woman online for a couple of weeks,
Okay.
got on really well, and they decided to meet for dinner.
Mhm.
So he was at the pub for about 40 minutes. There was no text from her, like nothing. And he was kind of like, okay, so she's obviously not going to come. He ended up just ordering food and he was like, I'm starving. I'll order food. I'll have my food. I'll leave. And then this woman comes in and his thought was, oh, that kind of looks like her. And then was like, oh no, that must be her mum because she looks a lot older. Maybe something
Okay.
happened, and her mum is coming in to say, "Look, I like she's okay. She's going on a date." That was his first thought, that like his mum or a family member was coming in to say that she couldn't go, and then she came closer, and he was like, "Oh, hey, like how are you? It's me," and he was immediately like, "You look nothing like your picture." Like, instantly off the bat, he said, "You
Yeah.
look nothing like your picture." And she said, "Oh, yeah, I guess it is, like, a couple of years old, and, I did Facetune it a little bit."
Oh my God.
And he was like, "Yeah, but you look nothing like your picture." And she was like, "Oh, well, don't you think I'm attractive now?" And he was like, "Well, if I thought that's who you were, then yeah, but, like, that's not who I thought I was talking to. Like,
Oh
I
God.
just don't trust you. I'm sorry. Like, I don't wanna pursue on this date." And she was
Whoa.
like, "Well" yeah. And then
The only
she was
conversation
like
they had.
yeah, and she's still standing at this point. She hasn't sat down.
Oh my
So
God.
she's like standing at the table, he's sitting down, and she's like, "Well, do you still want to go on the date?" And he's like, "Look, well, I've ordered food anyway. Like, you're welcome to sit and join me, but
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry that it won't progress romantically on from here because you've broken my trust."
Ooh. I mean,
Yeah.
I respect the upfront honesty. Also, it
Mm.
doesn't sound like he was being massively rude.
I didn't think so either. I thought it was so brazen. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Yeah.
like, that's would you not like coddle a little bit? And he was like, no.
Yeah. I feel like I couldn't I I wouldn't be able I feel like I'd have to just go along with it and then say it later or something. I'd be like, what age did you say you were?
Yeah.
What age are you in that picture?" Like, I feel like yeah, that's probably how I would manage. But then
Yeah.
I feel like that's just because that's the way we're socialized as women, you know?
Yeah. True. That's so
And
true.
yeah, I do actually think it's probably very well handled to just be upfront about it. And like it sounds like they had a meal and had
He
a
said
chat
it was
anyway.
really awkward.
Oh God.
He was like, "I just ate my food and then I left." But also she was 40 minutes late and like didn't message anything. He was like, the whole thing, like even if she came in and she was who she was, he was like 40 minutes late without a text. Like I'd already kind of gone off her from that. I
T-
just thought that was so
Totally.
rude, unless something happened.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, 40 minutes late, no text. That's putting you on the back foot anyway.
Mm.
But also lying about your age, that is a big deal. Like, if can you imagine going on a date with someone, he rocks in and he's like 50. You'd be like,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can't lie. And I know, like, look, we all put our best pictures up there, I'm
Yeah.
sure. You know, you want to put the best foot forward, but
Yeah.
that's why you have a couple of different pictures. And I think, because
You
we
can't
were
honey
chatting
trap.
about it, I was like, anyone who has like a filtery thing, you know, those like dog ear Snapchat emojis or like
Yeah.
any of those stars on your head, any picture with something like that, it's immediately no. Like it
Yeah.
just has to be an immediate red flag. It needs to be a regular photo.
Surely
And
there's not still those pictures
I
around.
see them. Yeah. I see them.
What?
Not on, sorry, it sounds like I'm on dating apps.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see them. But yeah, I see them crop up places. I'm like, that's a red
That's so
flag.
weird. That's so 2017. Like, we've moved on. Filters have come on. Yeah, that's so hilarious. I respect that actually. I respect the upfront honesty of both of them, you know, that she was like, oh,
Right.
sorry, I don't respect her face tuning the crap out of it and lying, but I do respect that she was like, oh yeah, look, I did. That is an old picture and I did filter it.
So
But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's it
The-
from us this week. We'll be back next week chatting about back to school.
you don't want to know any of the commenters, what they say?
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, go on. So,
You are the asshole. You're allowed to have a preference in type, but you stood somebody up. You're the asshole. You didn't have to marry the poor girl or ever see her again. Dear goodness, you're the asshole. So much you're the asshole on so many levels. One, you're doing this for one evening, totally free. All you have to do is sit down, have a meal, and then politely text, hello, it was nice meeting you, but I didn't feel a spark. Have a lovely life. Two,
mm,
you cannot judge someone because of how they look. You cannot decide someone has an eating disorder. You cannot size someone up and then make snap assumptions about their life. Three, plenty of people who are obese have very, very hard time getting into fitness exactly because they meet skinnier people telling them it isn't possible for them to be healthy living and scare them off. Chances are she actually is into a healthy lifestyle. Yep, there you go. You're the answer. Asshole. You
asshole.
volunteered for a blind date. Didn't have to marry her, etc., etc. Oh, sorry. Wait, somebody said you're not the asshole. But yeah, we don't care about what that person has
A
to say.
unicorn. Why? What did they say?
I exited out of it. Do you want to hear?
Oh, okay, fair.
I
See,
can
I
pull it
could
up on
see.
history.
I think he could have been a lot meaner in that situation, and I'd say
Could
the
have.
reason why he's writing that post is because he's ridden with guilt because he feels really bad about it and he doesn't want to be an asshole. So from
Yeah.
that point, I kind of get it. I think he was probably just like, look, I don't want to sit across here. This person, because she might have felt, okay, you obviously don't like me, and it might have made her feel bad. Maybe being stood up was easier. Maybe it was the kind of lesser of two evils. But no, you're an asshole.
She doesn't get her gift card either.
Oh, I'd say she would have gotten her gift card if she was like, I was stood up. They would have
I hope
gone,
so.
oh,
And
I'm
gives her
sorry.
feedback.
Here's
Yeah.
2 gift cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
he doesn't get his. You get both.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'll call you back as you're going
There
down
you
to
go.
collect your child.
Do. Yeah.
Um, before
I
back to
will.
school begins.
Back to school. Whoop, whoop. Am I the asshole for looking forward to back to school?
No.
No.
Am I the asshole for looking forward to back to school? Sick of these constraints of these kids. Get in the way of
Aw.
this podcast.
Loving the summer. Loving the time with the kids. Loving that they're going back to school.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.